Ahoy rum explorers, I'm Nia, I'm a rum enthusiast, and it is rum time! So today we're going to do a series of Haitian rums that I was able to scoop up throughout, my rum running activities. Today we're going to try Clairin Le Rocher Rhum. The great thing about this new Haitian company that we absolutely love and I'm absolutely impressed is the fact that there is a lot of detail in the label. So for example, Le Rocher has the village where this is made, which is Pignon. There's a harvest year, which is 2018. They talk about the fermentation, which is sugarcane syrup and native yeast. The distillation, it says discontinued in pot still. And the master distiller, which is Bethel Romulus. Now before I continue, yes, I am wearing my Barbancourt shirt, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss not only my rum running vlogs, but also my travel vlogs. As you know, it sometimes is quite a journey to get these rums. So make sure this Saturday I will be having my last vlog from our Texas trip. If you did not see this one with Balcones, that amazing distillery in Waco, Texas, I'm going to put that card up above. Make sure you give that a like. And also stay tuned, because don't forget, we have a lot of more events coming up. At the end of September, we are going to have our first rum and cheese pairing. If you are interested in that, please go check out my Instagram and my rum diaries. I'll give you all the details in the post. So now let's move on to this amazing bottle. So it is 46.9% and it's a 750 milliliter bottle. As you can see, it's very, very clear, but compared to the next bottle that we'll have, so once again, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next two bottles that I'll be doing on my series of Haitian rums. This one has a little bit of coloring, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this bad boy up. It is a cork. It actually is like it looks like plastic, but I don't know. You look at it, let me know. Also, if you did watch the videos from Shark Week, could you please give me a comment down below, throw a little shark in there, let me know what you thought, if you want me to do the same thing next year, possibly bring on more like marine biologists, more expert guests. I'd love to do that. So once again, if you did watch that, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. A huge shout out to Roger and Robert from Just Drinking, and Paul from Drums and Rums for being my guests, and Vanessa, she's my co-worker and she's an amazing daily swimmer in the ocean, and she swam Alcatraz. So if you missed that, it's because you're not subscribed, then do so. So I'm gonna pour a little bit of this. First thing that I want to do for sure is bring out the Agricole smell from the Rum Aroma training kit. So there is an Agricole smell in here, which is supposed to be number 1. I have yet to discover something that smells like number 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring that out while this aerates a little bit. So as far as the bottle, it's a very thin, tall bottle. It is still 750 milliliters, which is pretty standard. I could immediately, as soon as I uncorked it, got this smell. And the closest thing that I can equate it to is going to be like a very nice aged blue cheese. I know. Give this a chance, because I know a lot of us have tried the very cheap blue cheese that most of the times they put in salads here in the US or something like that. This is not. This is very elegant and an elevated smell. Now, notes are very different. As I've always said, it's very personal. That's what I get. Or kind of like a little bit of mushrooms, kind of like a humidity smell. So this is a little bit different than the traditional rum agricoles from like Martinique. But let's go ahead and start nosing this, and I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. So as far as the journal type, this is gonna be an Agricole rum. As far as the Gargano rum type classification, this is gonna be a pure single Agricole. The very interesting thing that I just read while I was doing my review is that I read that it says here that they do at approximately 30% of dunder from previous batches during the distillation process. So they're calling this an archaeological example of the production method used in French colonies, influenced by the dunder style of the technique development by the English in Jamaica. So that's very interesting. So I'm thinking maybe that's where the coloring is, because please remember that these rums are very young rums. They're not aged in casks, so I'm assuming the coloring that this has is from that. I'm sorry, I forgot to show you this. So I don't know if you could see it. It's a very pale, has a little bit of yellowish tint. As a yellowish tint to the rum, but not too much. And then as far as the Royal Rum Society's taste classification, I gave this a 4 EM. 4 because it's between 1 and 9. 9 is the sweetest. I think this is a 4. It's not quite that dry, but it is on the drier, not sweeter side. As far as bland to flavorful, I gave it an F because yes, it is not. It's a very young rum, but it's very flavorful. I even like detected some, like, I want to call it like marzipan notes at the end when it lingers in the back of your palate. So the first thing you do get is a very strong smell of the grassy notes, but it does end a little bit on the sweeter side at the end and when you let it linger in the back of your palate. Then as far as the whiskey exchange flavor counts, this is gonna be an herbaceous and grassy because obviously it's a rum agricole. Now that the aroma has rested, we're gonna compare it. Okay, so the Agricole and the Rum Aroma Training Kit, it smells a little bit sweeter. Kind of reminds me more of like a floral note versus this one, it reminds me more of like olives. That's the main difference to me. It smells like olives or like somewhat, not exactly, but somewhat like rice vinegar, which is a Japanese vinegar, but kind of those savory notes. And this one is more on the sweeter side, which is very interesting. I still haven't found the Rum Agricole to match this one in the Rum Aroma Training Kit. But all in all, honestly, these bottles, if you ever see them, they are very difficult to find. They fly off the shelves every time I go somewhere and I try to look for one. We happen to find this in Primo's in Sunrise. Make sure you check their liquor store out here in Fort Lauderdale. I know they have a couple locations, but they are jam-packed full of like pretty much your basic, medium, and advanced type of rum. So that is my go-to place now. And I did find this and the next 2 bottles there. So as soon as I saw it, I scooped it up, and the people there were like, oh my god, we're constantly running out of this. We can't keep them on the shelf. So if you do see this, this is a definite rum agricole that you want to get. This is for me a kind of like, as I always say, that I have to be in the right mood to drink these types of rums. This is not an everyday type of rum for me personally. That is why it's not treasure chest approved, but I absolutely love having this in my collection. It is extremely unique. If you do not like sugary or sweeter type of rums, this is a rum for you to taste. I know it's a rum agricole, but it's, I think for me, it's less funkier than the rum agricoles in the like Martinique, in the AOC type of islands. Now Haiti, they do not have any AOC markings or anything like that, But because they're so clear and transparent with their labeling and everything that they say there, I wouldn't be surprised that it's going that way. If you did not hear, Barbados just came out with this incredible seal to basically certify if the rum is actually from Barbados. So basically there's 3 main components for it to have the Barbadian rum seal: that it is made in Barbados, that it is distilled in Barbados and bottled in Barbados to have that seal. Now, there's only 3 current big distilleries that are basically pushing this very important change in the Barbadian industry. One of them is Foursquare, the other one is St. Nicholas Abbey, and the third one is Mount Gay. Now, there is an important change to those types of bottles. I'm assuming they're gonna come out with that seal. If you want to see what it looks like, make sure you follow me on Instagram or follow any of those 3 distillers, because they do have a lot of infographics on the changes that are coming. It'll be interesting to see what the other companies in Barbados are gonna come out with, if they're gonna join this new change. But it'll be interesting to see. So if you have tried this, make sure you put down a comment down below. I know there's a couple in this collection. I've heard a lot about the Casimir, the one that has the little jaguar looking painting in the front, which is quite beautiful. It's like a blue box. I've heard a lot of great things of that. So I personally have not been able to add that one. But if you do have that one, congrats, that's a great addition. And I am excited to open up the next bottle and we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for watching. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button so I can welcome you on board, and I look forward to the next rum. And next one's gonna be from Haiti too.